Hi guys, 14th Prime here, back with another video review. Today we're looking at the Transformers Takara Adventure TAV VS05 Drift Origin Mode and Jazz Battle Mode. So here they are in their vehicle modes. Before we look at them, let's look at packaging. So here it is. It's pretty much a little bit bland back there with some red. Got a nice picture of Drift right there with his arms crossed, which is actually how I display him. You got a picture of Jazz here, looking all jazzy. The vehicle modes and verses, and yeah. Look on this side, you get Drift's transform, and then you get that cool image again down there. And if you look on this side while hitting one of them, you get Jazz's transform, and then you get that same Jazz pic. On the back, you have a bunch of stuff you can't read. Got this cool image right there of them fighting. Then you got other Japanese stuff that you can scan if you have the Japanese app. Profile, if you can read it, go ahead. I know I can't. And then on the bottom is a cool image of these two, which I actually, is there a site that makes posters for this? You gotta see this shot in my hands. But is there a site that actually makes box posters? Because I would love one of this. But anyway, we're done with you. So now let's look at the figures. And this set is honestly one of the most perfect sets you could ever give me. Because, A, Jazz is my favorite Transformer. Love him. Really do. And I get a Takara Jazz. Drift, my favorite pretty much sword fighter ever in Transformers. And here's Drift. This just needs something Shatter Glass, and this would literally be the perfect box set of anything ever. But yeah, let's take a look at Jazz first. See, his vehicle mode has a lot more paint than the American one. Sadly, the rims aren't painted, but I'm kind of fine with that. The taillights. On the bottom, you know, the mold is still the same, so I'll get more into that later. Speaking of the mold, for a comparison, here's the American one, which you can obviously see so many differences. Yeah. The only bit of paint that I can really tell in here that the American one has that this one doesn't is this red stripe right there, which I think I mentioned at one point. Now the back, they're both bland. And then the bottom. Yeah, their weapons are literally identical. You heard me struggling a second ago because this is the American weapon, which I'm trying to keep with the American figure, which you could still take it and plug into the top, and it can be a weird spear laser of murder death. Why not? Yeah. There, we're done with you. Get off to the side. I want to take a look at Drift, which is honestly the more so reason why I got this. Because, I mean, I've saved this in my American Jazz review. I like the mold, it's just not, you know, whoa. This mold I actually do like. See, you got Japanese symbols on the sides. Nice painted there. On the bottom, the storage. And just for a comparison, it is with the original, sorry, true though, the original RID Drift, which I do want the refill labels for him for sure. But you can see all the stuff that isn't painted, which on this one I can tell is that red stripe isn't there, which ironically both of these are red stripes. And underside. If you can tell, look, a new head. I wonder what that's for. Obviously, the reasons of having a new head. I'm done with you. And also, because I have him, here is the original Drift, which I actually think these two symbols are the exact same, which is neat. It's neato. Neato, but neato. If only they could have painted these rims, though. I'm kind of fine with that at the same time. Like, man, wish they wouldn't paint them. And the stuff there on the side and, you know, the back, which, funny thing is, both of them have their taillights painted, so that's cool. Yeah, we're done with you two. So, yeah, now we've looked into the vehicle modes. Now, I previously stated in my Jazz review, if you watched it, my American version, that I already reviewed Drift. And I reviewed Jazz for the purpose of not having to transform just this one in this review. So if you'd like to see their individual transformations and also the American version of Drift, you can check the link in the description below to my reviews of RID Drift and RID Jazz. Well, yeah. Anyway, with the magic of video editing, Love it. We're going to go from drift and jazz in their vehicle modes to their robot modes, and I do really like their robot mode, especially drift, but we'll get into him in a minute. I'm going to look at jazz first, and I do love the paint job. Love it. Try it. Oops, something fell. Camera a bit better angled. There we go. But I love the paint job. It's very good. This car doesn't disappoint. It's a very rare case in time where they do. Of course, the main thing about this guy is the head sculpt, which yes, he does come with the visor. Nice. For a comparison, here he is with the original Jazz. You can see the many differences between them. For one thing, eyes, no eyes, headlights, non-painted headlights, black crotch plate, black spot on crotch plate, and the list goes on. Read again. Having Jazz fall over. This one, to me, is better, but I have already stated this mold is not completely my favorite in this line. But if you want Jazz, I would recommend this one, if you can afford them. Now, let's get into Drift, and this is honestly how I pose him on the shelf. Saw that on the box, and it just looked too good to not do. I love the new head sculpt there, too. And for comparison, here he is with normal Drift. Knocking. Jeez, Jazz, you're just trying to fall over today, aren't you? And then here he is with the Generations Drift. You see there's similarities. Which I was going to pull out my Shattered Glass Drift, but I just kind of decided not to. Didn't really want to mess with him. He can hold his weapons, of course. Like he should be able to. Let me get this other one on. Oop, there we go. Look at those weapons. Articulation, the head can rotate a full 360, unlike the original head. So even more articulation on this one. Arms to a full 360, moving out there, can move there, elbow bend, rotate there, and the wrists can come in and out. It can kind of move at the waist, if you think that's the waist. You can move these, and the legs can move forward, back, knee, spin there, and if you want to count it, foot pivoting. That's really tight. So, put his weapons back there. Because again, it's just how I like him with his weapons put away. He doesn't need them, he's just too cool. Messing with the camera a bit. Now for Jazz, articulation, the head rotates a full 360, arms rotate a full 360, legs arms moves out, drops the weapon, elbow bend, rotate there, wrist can move if you want to count it, the waist does nothing, legs move forward, legs move back depending on how you have this, bends at the knee, rotates there, and foot pivoting if you want to count it. I'm just going to continue the rest of this without that. Overall, I would highly recommend this set. Very, very good set. I mean, I love it. Again, just need something Shattered Glass and it'd be the greatest set of all time to me. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. So, if you would like a set of this of your own, you can check out primetoys.net. I will leave a link in the description below. And that's now all I have to say. So, be sure to check out my channel for other video reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. It's the 14th Prime, signing out.